Hey, we're back at the Digi-Social, and it's so exciting because 2017 is officially behind us, and I don't want to be cynical, but that was like kind of a sucky year, so let's make this one a good one. We're going to start out with the most viewed and streamed digital content of the week. You guys know how it goes. So Netflix has so much new content, especially for TV. Okay, so there's lots of Netflix originals that are back for another season. So season 4 of Black Mirror premiered last week. It's still just as sadistic. And season 2 of Travelers premiered last week, and that is about the last surviving humans on Earth trying to save the human race. And then the last collection of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which is an original talk show hosted by Jerry Seinfeld, and it's exactly how it sounds. It's comedians in a car getting coffee. It's very straightforward. And then we have a lot of new Netflix originals that have debuted. So season 1 of the new original, The End of the Effing World, debuted this past weekend. It's a dramedy where a teen psychopath and the new girl at school come together. It's kind of a will they, won't they, except for it's more of a like, will he kill her or won't he kill her? And also season 1 of Devilman Crybaby came out in the last 5 days, which is an animated series about demons possessing human bodies, which is cool, I guess, but what's cooler is that it's an animated series, which is new for Netflix. But I think it's ironic that he's a devil man, but he's like sensitive enough to be a crybaby. Clearly I know nothing really about this show, not really into anime. But FYI, there have been approximately 15 TV series and movies added in the last 5 days. The most random one is the horror movie The Conjuring. I don't know how they choose these movies. That one is definitely not critically acclaimed. Okay, so Amazon, most people probably use their Prime accounts to get gift cards for mom and dad, or maybe they're spending their Christmas money on gifts for themselves that come with free shipping. However, don't forget that Amazon also has a ton of TV series and movies that are waiting for you. Okay, so Amazon has a new original that premieres Friday the 12th, which is today for you, and it's called Philip K. Dick's Electric Dream. Amazon's calling it their very own Black Mirror, which is incredibly brave, but they're saying it's supposed to be another show that'll keep you up at night. And the dystopian drama was actually produced by Sony Pictures Television and had already begun airing in the UK. So once again, great British TV is being brought into the States. And it's like, if something is gonna be smuggled in, technically TV shows come in illegally, but I'm saying TV is better to be brought in than drugs. It features Anna Paquin, Steve Buscemi, Bryan Cranston, and more. Get this, guys, new year, new category, podcasts. So the top 3 podcasts on iTunes right now are Atlanta Monster, and that is here to tell you Atlanta's deepest, darkest secrets. Atlanta's deepest, darkest secrets almost 40 years later. So these secrets have really been buried and now they're coming up from the grave. The second one is American History Tellers. And it looks like America is enjoying a bit of history because this one takes you through the events that shaped our nation. So I didn't realize so many people liked history. Wasn't my favorite class. Next we have The Daily from the New York Times. So many good things have been coming out from the New York Times. Like their short stories, amazing. But it's literally updated on mostly a daily basis, and their mission is to talk about key moments that are happening now that deserve an explanation. If you want to go beyond the headlines, then you should listen to this. Trending topics on Twitter. So the trending hashtag this week was hashtag 50 Shades Freed, which is the 3rd installment of the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. And I don't participate in this phenomenon. I didn't read it. I don't see it. It'd be nice if I didn't even have to like talk about it right now, but it's dominating social media because a new trailer just came out. But this is the end of the trilogy, I think. We can confirm this. The 3rd one is the last one. And I also don't know why it always premieres on Valentine's Day, which is something else that I don't participate in. Mostly because I'm alone and don't have anyone to be with. Anyways, okay, so this is what people are saying about it. Actually, I looked up tweets and I was hoping to get some really awesome opinion about like why people like it, why people don't. And it's just a bunch of people saying how excited they are, which I don't really feel like is gonna do anything for us here. But there was one girl that said that awkward moment when I realized that the new movie hashtag 50 Shades Freed is free in past tense and not Fred with an extra E. So this girl's definitely not a fan, because even I know there is no Fred. There's a Christian Grey, but who's Fred? The big Twitter moment was obviously the Golden Globes, specifically the fact that 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri swept the show. This film got a ton of prestigious awards while other films like Get Out were ignored. It's about a mother challenging the local authorities to solve her daughter's murder, and people just simply think it's bad. But you know what? Obviously there's something there because it's winning all of these awards. I didn't love Get Out as much as the next person, but I am surprised that it wasn't shown any love only because it was one of the most talked about films this year, but I think it could have been misplaced. It was placed in comedy. I personally did not laugh throughout the entire movie. If anything, I felt like if I was laughing, I would be a really horrible person. So I think maybe if Get Out had been placed under drama, it could have beat 3 billboards. So maybe, you know, HFPA, work on your categories. There are 3 billboards about PrEP in West Hollywood better than that movie. Now, I think the PrEP is referring to something called pre-exposure, and it's like STD prevention. It's like reduces the risk of HIV. So they're saying STD prevention is better than this movie. STD prevention is very important, especially in Los Angeles. Someone else said, I'm actually thrilled 3 billboards won the Golden Globe for Best Picture because it gives us an excellent opportunity to remember that there's no justice in this world and most people are dumb sheep with trash opinions. Oh, and also just FYI, the streaming platforms took home the biggest awards as usual. So Hulu got Best Drama Series again for The Handmaid's Tale, and HBO got Best Miniseries for Big Little Lies. So suck it, cable. Now we're off to the haters and do-gooders of the week. So the haters of the week are huge question mark men in Hollywood, because the viewers of the Golden Globes are upset that none of the male winners talked about hashtag Me Too or addressed the newest female empowerment movement, Time's Up, which is where people have been wearing black to showcase support against sexual harassment. And apparently none of these guys even addressed it in their acceptance speech. Now I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here, because even some of the females didn't address it directly, and I think it might be because it's barely 2018. I think just once people just, for the first time in a long time, just kind of wanted to read their speech, say their thank yous, and then get off the stage. The hilarity in thinking men would say anything, and since Terry Crews wasn't presenting, did you really expect men who benefit the most from Hollywood to say anything? Really makes me think big fat nope is the answer to the question, will men do real work to help fix the issue of sexual harassment? Give them a couple of months. It's okay. So the do-gooder of the week is Oprah, as in Winfrey, and at the Globes, she received the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and she gave an incredible speech as usual. Now, a few of her friends have been saying recently that she is seriously considering running for president. This is what people have to say online. The earnest pro case for President Oprah. She is a popular and intelligent public figure with an inspiring personal story who is also better at communicating than any other likely Democratic candidate. The con case is, do you really trust her to handle a North Korean crisis? I honestly can't answer that question. We would have to call her President Winfrey. You realize that, right? We'd really have to start using the word Winfrey, and I don't know if we're prepared for that as a country. You know, we're not really prepared for a lot as a country, so we probably aren't prepared to start using Oprah's last name. And by the way, she was the first African-American woman to win the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and I mean, who else better? So celebrities and influencers to follow on social media. So on my break, I was thinking about you guys and thinking of people that you might not follow yet. And so I was really scouring my Instagram to find some of the people that I just absolutely adore following on Instagram. Will Smith really came to mind because I never realized just how open he is about his family. And most A-listers don't even participate in social media, let alone expose their family. And he's also really inspiring. Like yesterday, he posted an Instagram story talking about how failure is healthy and that we should just accept it. He also, over the holidays, posted videos with his family, and I just thought it was really sweet. And then we have Reese Witherspoon, America's sweetheart. There's so many America's sweethearts. But she posts great pictures with her girlfriends. Her friends are really important to her, and I think that's awesome. And she recently convinced Natalie Portman to get on social media by telling her it's a great way to speak out on the issues she stands behind. So you can thank her that Natalie Portman is now on Instagram, and they've both been promoting the women's movement Time's Up. And that's really just how I wanted to end today's episode. So we'll see you next Friday on the Digi-Social.